This, I don't know if I made a video about this back when I did steel nerfers. This is a night finder I got at Goodwill. As you can see, I've sanded it down like crazy, and then it's still drying. I sanded it down like a few years ago. No, not a few years ago. Last summer, I think is what it would be called. Last summer. And, so I have it sanded down, and you'll notice that this Sharpie is still here, because my original plan for this thing was to downsize this one, because I already have two night finders. And I bought this one, and the LED was like all messed up and stuff, and I didn't want to fix the LED. So I was going to downsize it a little bit, and then have this be like my downsized night finder. However, that did not quite go as planned, ranging from issues because this barrel thing got all messed up. I also sanded this down. I just sanded the things that are on this side right here. I just sanded all these down just now. I just sanded these, like I said. You can still see where it says steel hashtag and it's scribbled out for some reason. And then it said hashtag thrift. But all this stuff is going to be spray painted. I am going to downsize this part, cut it off anyway. And then I need to sand this part. I haven't yet for some weird reason. I don't know why I haven't done that. But I just found all the parts I need, so I'm going to downsize this, and this is going to spray paint it. And this is going to be part of, this is going to be like his pistol that he's going to have. Because it's going to be like a cyber, like, gun laser pistol thing. More on that when I actually start doing that part, but my main focus is the head. But I might have this part cut off. A real quick note is, you might notice that in some areas, such as the back and, like, parts of the handle, are not quite, like, all, you know, sanded up to paint and everything. And that's because, obviously, it's not quite ready yet, and I ran out of sandpaper. So, like I said, this is not the final product, plus I'm going to need to sand this anyway. So, there are lots of parts I still need to sand. And, so, this part has to be cut off first anyway, and I have to figure out the base coat, and so it's not really worth sanding it any further at the moment. But, yeah. Alright guys, this is probably going to be the last segment of this video, based on the fact that some of the other ones are already pretty long. Keep in mind that, a lot of the segments, mostly the first segment, or the segment where I did the introduction, and then I cut to the part where I was adding the fan, that part was super cut, because that part was like 10 minutes to begin with, and it had to be super cut. Mostly because I made that video and thinking I was going to edit it, and it was going to be a standalone video, and I decided not to do that, and I decided to add that, so it was been shortened just to, show the point of it. So, my dad, thank you, Dad, has sawed the parts off that I had asked him to, and he ended up having to leave this because it would have looked worse to have cut that off, and I think it looks fine because it looks pretty much flush with that part. So ignore this stuff, everything over here, just this thing. So I have more sanding to do at some point. I don't have to do it right away because the thing isn't here. Now I'm not going to lift this up and show you guys because it will fall apart because I haven't had it screwed in, because I'm not going to screw it in until I'm, obviously done with it. So this is what it's looking like right now. I'm going to show you guys right here. These are the parts I ended up throwing away because it's just plastic now, and you can't really do much with it unless you can melt plastic. So there's that. I'm going to real quick try to see if I can get the trigger in without messing this thing up. So, and then I'll show you if I succeed. Alright guys, so I succeeded in putting it together. I even added the battery thing. Just, there's obviously no need to add a battery to it because there is no light anymore, because that was removed a long time ago. And, so, this is what it looks like right now in a nutshell. That's what the shape is probably going to look like. I'm not sure if I'm going to add a spring back into that or not. just so it's like I can actually, you know, you can pull the trigger and stuff. I don't know why I need to if it's going on Eddy, but yeah. So it'll be painted and all that stuff. So this is definitely not the final product. I mean, it just looks like terrible right now, like because of the paint and everything. But that's because I sanded it to be spray painted for later. So I have one last thing to mention about the cyborg guy, and that is the fact that we have finally thought of something for the lights on the eyes. And what that will be is a resistor. We're gonna need a resistor, a battery pack, and there are these lights that go on and off at some point, and I'll let you guys know more about that eventually. But yeah. So that's about all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoy these types of videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.